There's the bear. They call him Daddy.
And I probably should have turned that off. Oh my god. There it is. Oh, hi. Hello. I'm completely cut off guard apparently. I'm trying to get close into the mic right here, right? Because that's where I'm supposed to be. What's up? I don't know how many of you are watching right now. Hopefully some folks. Oh, dope. Hi everybody. How's everybody doing? I see Mike, the Vaping Ape, is on. I appreciate you, brother. Everybody else, hello. How are ya? It is Wednesday. Yeah, vlog day for me at least. Not, I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing to say that because I know Grim says it and it just feels like I'm copying him. But honestly, that's just the fact of it. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a good week. It's working out for you and all that kind of jazz. And I'm over here fiddling with shit. Alrighty. So, I keep forgetting to add the links to whatever articles I'm going to be reading on show and things like that. So I do have them up as of now on the description. So if you guys want to go check that out, yeah, they're there for you. There are like potential things I want to touch on and just things to information to put out there in that kind of situation. All right. So yeah, thank you 808 Reckon Ghost, Mr. Or Mrs. Droomster. How are you? Good evening. I'm assuming, and I'm just taking a shot in the dark, you're out of the UK, and it's very good evening for you, because here it's like midday. You guys can see how much sunlight I'm getting in here. It's getting brighter by the second. It's pretty cool. Especially like, when was it, Sunday, when I was trying to record all my videos and stuff. It just like, it started raining out of nowhere, and it just really turned into like this weird dark thing. So I had to like figure out my lighting at that point, and the videos got a little bit weird. It's been a long week. I feel you, brother. I can feel you on that. Like Netherlands. Okay, cool. Netherlands. Awesome. Good to know, honestly. Think I might have asked you this before, and I apologize. I am shit on memory as a teenager and my early teens, between a lot of imbibing on things and head injuries. I am shit for memory. So I do apologize if I've asked you before. And I feel like I have now that I see the whole Netherlands thing. Either way, thank you for joining me. Yeah. Alrighty, we're gonna just get this train a chugging here, and we're gonna jump into some what I've been vaping. You've been moving, Mike? You're moving? Are you moving to Texas? Tell me you're moving to Texas, like preferably the DFW area. But tell me you're moving to Texas. I know he probably wouldn't be, but either way, that's dope, man. That's good. Sorry, it's been a hassle. I hate moving too. I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, what I've been vaping. Oh man, I will say one thing I love about doing the vlogs live is that my ADD is happy as a mutta. Because the whole easily distracted by the chat and things like that, it just works out for me because it just makes me actually want to talk and this and that. Like, I actually been paying attention to like Grimm's vlog, and I love that he stays on show the entire time. Every once in a while he'll do like things of where he'll actually interact with chat, but for the most part he just stays on point with the show, just like in his usual format when he did it pre-recorded. And I cannot do that to save my life because I am way too easily distracted in all reality, and I love it, and that's just who I am. What's up, Jacoby Vapes? Brother, I have not spoken to you in forever, man. We need to catch up at some point. It's been a while, man. Hopefully things are going well for you. I did hear about some of the stuff that's been going on with you, and yeah, hopefully things are on the upside right now, man. Alrighty, so what I've been vaping, we're gonna jump into this. I got that green Hexome OG recoil stabby wood door. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I don't know why, but I want to start Woody Wednesdays, and I think it's hilarious because of the double entendre kind of thing. But yeah, seriously, Woody Wednesdays, posting up like your stabwood things and stuff like that. And I don't really have a whole lot of stabwood. I don't even have a whole lot of like crazy resin stuff, but I'm still gonna try to do it because you know what? That's just the weirdo I am. All right, we're gonna take a sip of the soda because I'm feeling thirsty. And yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. We got that straight M0 with the Shogun RDA on top for the moment. I do have an RDA on its way for this little guy, and just wanted to see if I liked it more with an RDA or a tank. Oh yeah, on the green Hexom, I got Hipster Boulevard from IVC. I know you guys have seen this a lot, but seriously, I'm enjoying this juice. Go pick yourself up a bottle. I'm almost done with that, and it's making me very sad, which means we're gonna have to order some more of that. And if I do place that order, I'm gonna get some Paramon. If you guys have never tried Paramon from, I think it's 62 Distro, never tried it, seriously give it a try. It's like the weirdest juice because it's supposed to be like a pear cream cheese cinnamon something or other, and it sounds like it'd be the most disgusting thing ever, but oh my god, is it fucking delicious, and it makes me happy. Alrighty, so yeah, in that, then I got the Straight M0 Shogun. In that, I have Parade Maker from IVC. Yeah, just repping the sponsor for the Ohmies, because that's how we do it. We support our friends and all that kind of thing. I mean, IVC has been really good to us. Dan is IVC, so I mean Ohm.My.Lanta, you know, and that's just how we do. We support our friends. Like Mike, go check out. I don't remember if it's your channel or AO's channel, but go check out their show. I know they're doing the Advocacy Corner or something like that. I cannot remember, dude. I am so sorry, but yeah, if you want to just like drop links or something, I'll approve it and all that kind of thing. All right, so yeah, Straight M0, Parade Maker, Shogun, just liking it, just digging it. Seriously, for a little flavor banger guy with a 0.3 coil in there, Jesus. And if you know me, I am like a low ohms, high wattage kind of guy. So doing this kind of thing is just completely out of like my comfort zone, out of my ballpark. Like if you gave me a parallel with a 0.09 and some really dope juice, I am a happy person. But this right here, it's doing it for me. I am one of those people that has been kind of converted, as it were. To the whole idea of high ohms and like all that kind of thing and battery life, because honestly with the low ohmage stuff, battery life sucks for shit. Alrighty, and speaking of which, up next I got that knurled Just Right 1 MDX. Top of that I got the Recoil Rebel DHD drip tip, and in that I got from my own line some of that Super Cereal. And yeah, that label's been destroyed a little bit, but yeah, Super Cereal. And I placed that label so crooked. That's why the bottle ended up staying with me, because it did not pass QC. So yeah, really digging it. And like I said, some clown coils in there. See if it'll focus. Focus, you motherfucker. There it is. Clown coils. You guys want to, and yeah, shameless plug. You guys want to go check some of this stuff out, go to clownvapes.com. And yeah, Vapor, dude, I want to try the Asgard so bad. Like, I've not really put aside the budget for that. We got a bunch of other things going up, especially with Houston coming up. That's kind of where all my money is going to right now, is saving up for the trip and being able to make sure that we go down there, hang out with the guys and all that. But probably right after that, I'll see if I can get my hands on one. Yeah, dude, seriously, I really do. I want to try the Asgard. I want the 25, most likely, not the 30. I don't know. I'm just not finding myself as someone that enjoys 30 millimeter anything. At the moment, I'm actually on the hunt for a black TM30, but it's mostly just to complete my Twisted Messes collection, because I have at least I have one of each. Because I have the Twisted Messes Pro, 24 Pro. I have the Twisted Messes 24, the original 22, the TM squared, the TM cubed, and honestly, the TM30 is the only one I'm missing. So That's the only reason I even want one. I don't even care to mess with the thing. The TM Cubed, I tried it. It vapes, but holy crap, does it have its issues. And I'm glad nobody tries to make squared RDAs ever again. Or I hope not. Or if they do, please just perfect the whole thing before putting it out. But yeah, super cereal. If you guys want to try, it's like a fruit cereal kind of thing. At least that's what I was aiming for, and personally, I like it. I think it came out pretty good. And from what I've been told, it doesn't taste like lemons or lemon pledge. See, the 30 millimeter is good. Tried Macy's and it's not bad at all. Real condensed with the Ultim insert. I think it would look awesome on a matte black Keen. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I need to get my Keen matte blacked or something, or blacked out. Let me see. Am I in full screen? Yeah, I'm on full screen. It's like showing up all my shit at the bottom of the screen. There it is. It's better, I guess. All right. So, what else was I gonna say? Hair roll. The wifey has joined. How are you? Alrighty, so yeah, that's some super cereal right there, and just continuing on the whole Woody Wednesday thing. Yeah, Stabwood, more Stabwood. This is the white Hexome, and that is a Twisted Messes 24 with the Eclipse cap. If you guys have not tried it out yet, if you have an original Twisted Messes 24, the Eclipse cap still fits it, which is amazing because it helps with the airflow so much better, because the Twisted Messes original 24 cap was not the greatest, and trying to adjust it to where I liked it and all that thing, just it turned the Twisted Messes 24 into an atomizer that I just had, and it sat on my shelf and I never cared for it, and now I haven't put it down in over a week or so, and I'm enjoying it. And in that, I got some of that blueberry custody from Overdripped, and yeah, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna happen. You already know. Woody Wednesday. Yes, Woody Wednesday. That's what I'm going for. Check out Instagram again. I did on my story. I did a post about it, and I think it's hilarious. Like I said, double entendre, and it just makes it funny. But yeah, I think I had this set up for the Ohmies, and I forgot to mention in here I do have some of those Semi Nitro 5150 coils, and seriously, I've had these for over a year, and they're still rocking. It's amazing. It makes me so happy. Blueberry custody. It's so good. It's so good. Alrighty, so next we're gonna go into some beer, because you know what? We like drinking beer up in here. So yeah, let's take it over to some beer times. Beer. Alright, so for today's beer, we're gonna go, at least for me, on a little bit of exploration. This is something I don't really drink a whole lot of, and you know, I'm gonna take you guys on this journey with me. But we're gonna be doing Marlboro's Brown Ale from Cigar City Brewing. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Yeah, I really think Swaggins needs to copyright that or something, so he gets royalties for any time anybody says, "Would you look at that?" on camera or on video or anything of that sort. Alrighty, so we're gonna crack this guy open. Like I said, brown ales aren't something I've tried a whole lot. Ales are something I've had quite a bit, and so far I am liking the coloring of this guy. Let's see, you guys can watch that pour. Oh, whoa. No head. Well, I managed to do that. Okay, so it's kind of darkish looking. In the light hitting it, it has a nice reddish tint. Yeah, it's not that dark. Where'd my flashlight go? There it is. Flashlight. So you guys can see. It's pretty red. Pretty red. I tell you, I don't know. It's like one of those weird things from the beers that they actually check how dark is a beer really. Like especially with stouts. Once you're looking at like motor oil kind of looking beers and stuff like that, holy crap. All right, so let me see what the can says right here. Named after a dark cigar wrapper, Marlboro Brown Ale beats notes of semi-sweet chocolate, toffee, and hints of fresh coffee. Complex and full-bodied are malted forward ales are brewed with flaked oats and add a depth of character. This is a 5.5, 20 IBUs, which, let's see, brewed with flaked oats. Yep. All right, cool. Drink fresh. Do not age. There, I actually like that. Do not age. Because there are some beers you can age and stuff. Stouts are not recommended. I'm really guessing anything dark you should not age ever. You can, but they're not really going to improve. They're not going to get any better. And some of them actually turn a little skunky and gross. As far as I know, like Chimay's, triples, things like that you could actually age. What is that other one that I remember? Yeah, I think triples you can age. What was the other one that like a buddy of mine had me age? You could do like IPAs, but even then they're IPAs. All right, either way, let's go in for the sniff and drink here. Okay, I could smell the chocolate. It's got a little bit of that beery like hoppiness kind of situation going here. There's like another smell that I just can't make out, and I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. There's like another smell in here that I just can't make out, nor do I know how I feel about it. All right, so let's go for the sip and see how this goes. Okay, so it's like a dark chocolate. I don't really taste any of the sweetness. I don't know. There's like a weird taste in here and a weird smell. And I don't really want to say it out loud, but it's like almost fishy. I don't know. It's really awkward and weird. Maybe that's where that whole idea of like cigar comes in from. All right, so to pair it, we're going to go with the Parade Maker. Well, no, actually, we're going to leave Parade Maker for last. We're going to try the Berry Custy and give that a shot and see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. It brought out a little bit of the chocolate. Other than that, it kind of muted it for a second there, and it just kind of went to shit and it died. So I don't know how to feel about that. Like I said, I don't know much about brown ales, and I don't know how to feel about that beer. Kind of not finding it at all enjoyable, which it is what it is. All right, let's see. We're going to try with the Super Cereal and see how that goes. I don't know. I'm taking a shot at the darkening from here on out. I feel like Parade Maker is the best bet, but we'll see. Can you guys hear that music coming from outside? Yeah, that's some dickwad that just parked outside and doesn't realize people actually live here, and you know, you fucking with your damn noise outside. Oh man. Okay. That brought out a little bit more of the sweetness. It actually has like a more sweeter taste. The chocolate is a little bit more emphasized, but it's just got that weird lingering taste. Like I said, I just don't know how to feel about it. Oh, I know, right? Trust me. We have horrible neighbors in all reality. We do not have the best of neighbors. Alrighty, so next we're gonna try that Hipster Boulevard and see. Like I said, at this point I'm taking a shot in the dark, and we'll see what actually tastes good. That actually gave it more of a beer-like quality. The sweetness is a little bit more emphasized. Again, the chocolate is still there, but it actually brought out a little bit more of a beer-like taste than anything else. Alrighty, so lastly, we're going to try that Parade Maker, and I'm hoping this is like the Hail Mary, because if not, this beer's a bust, and I'd hate to say that. Honestly, I would. Alright, so let's give this a shot. See, that made it actually bring out more of the ale taste. Like, have you ever had like just a standard ale? That's what it's reminding me at this point. It just tastes pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay. Yeah, the Parade Maker worked out. I don't know how I feel about this beer. We'll see as the show goes along, if I remember that it's even on my table right now. But for now, that's going to live right here. It's right here, right here. Normally by this point in the vlog, I'm like about here with the beer if I'm really enjoying it. So you can tell the difference on things. All right. So we're going to move into some news, updates, and advocacy talk and all that type of situation. So yeah. Alrighty. So news, advocacy, updates, all that kind of thing. As of, I think it was this past Monday or something like that, I do finally have rectum balls up on the site. If you guys have checked that out, I appreciate it. If you haven't, go take a look over on clownvapes.com and looked up rectum balls. I mean, the labels are all the same. It's just the coloring on the label is a little different. But yeah, that one is a key lime pie. Pretty good. It's one of my favorites. Honestly, I had developed this flavor like over a year ago. If you guys are a part of the Stooge Crew or Stooge Crew Discord and all that kind of thing, and you know Mr. King Tot, aka Mr. Cardmont, he had asked me if I could make him a key lime pie. I seriously put the recipe together, and it just kind of one of those things that kind of went into the back burner. Like, I made him the juice. And then I sent it off to him, and he was like, bro, you need to bottle this up and actually put it on your site and add it to your line and things like that. And I was like, yeah, I will eventually. And I finally got around to it this year. So yeah, it's really good juice. So if you guys want to go check that out, clownvapes.com. And yeah, I appreciate the business. What else? As you guys know, if you guys have heard or not, I don't know, but we're in Advocacy 3. And there goes my phone. I should have muted that. But yeah, we are in Advocacy 3. They're going through YouTube channels, either demonetizing videos, closing down accounts, all sorts of things like that. As of now, I am not monetized, and honestly, being with how vaping is being treated by YouTube and things like that, I personally feel that trying to monetize my channel is going to be an uphill battle. And at a point, it just doesn't seem worth it in all reality. I mean, unless you're getting just to name people like PewDiePie and things like that, you're not really going to get to actually see good revenue coming from it. Once you get into those high numbers, that's where you actually care about your ad revenue. Maybe at some point I'll care, but at the moment, I like the fact that I just don't have many restrictions on myself. You know what I mean? Because once you get into monetization, you have to watch what you say. You have to watch what you do, what references you make, this and that, and it just turns into this whole circle and just circus about things of what can be done or can't be done. And honestly, I like to cuss. I like to do different things, and I like to drink beer. I like to vape, and this and that. It just turns into do I want to restrict myself on what I do in my own channel with my own things and all that kind of thing. So I don't know, maybe you guys have advice for me or anything like that. If you do, or you have questions, clownvapes@gmail.com. Just hit me up on there, and yeah. I thought it was about time for a vape. That is the Project X on top of the Vaporgate Pug. Seriously, if you guys haven't checked this mod out, I recommend you go check it out. Like I probably want to add this to the website because honestly, I'm it's falling into one of those highly recommended on the go type devices. Alrighty. So what else? I did have some news articles I wanted to go through and check out and all that kind of thing. So let's just jump into it, kind of thing. FDA issues final guidance on PMTA. You know, for a while now, we've been talking about what are the rules that we're supposed to follow. What are we supposed to do? What are our products supposed to look like? This and that. And if you guys go to my description, yeah, I say and yeah a lot, quite a bit. I've noticed that, and I know it. Um, so we've been trying to figure out what are we supposed to do as the vaping industry continues and progresses and all that. What are the rules? What is it going to actually affect? What is it going to do? How are we supposed to go about regulating things and this and that? And it looks like the FDA has finally actually made up its fucking mind about it, and they decided on things. So here's the article from Vapebond, and I do have all the article links and such. But it says CNN reports FDA issued final guidance for permitting PMTA today, and gave clear path to companies doing so. The final guidance issued today provides companies seeking to market e-cigarettes and electronic nicotine delivery systems. Products with recommendations to consider as they prepare to pre-market tobacco product application to help the FDA evaluate the public health benefits and harms of a product. Acting FDA Commissioner Dr. Ned Sharpless said, companies must show products would be appropriate for protection of public health. The agency says the FDA is also taking into consideration how vaping products may change people's behavior, including the prospect of non-smokers picking up e-cigarettes, as well as how often e-cigarette users tend to quit. The guidance also outlines the agency's plans to examine ingredients and additives in vaping products, how they are packaged and labeled, and how these devices are designed and made. This could address known risks of exploding batteries and accidental nicotine poisoning among children, the agency said. And alrighty, back to the office. I appreciate that, Dreamstar. Seriously, Dreamster. I don't know why I'm like, okay, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit dyslexic and I tend to either add letters, change letters around. My biggest one is numbers. I tend to switch numbers in my mind and I read them wrong and it turns to shit, and it puts me in a lot of trouble sometimes versus actually helping. I'm like the opposite of Rain Man. Okay, so when it comes to all this regulation stuff, I do think it's hilarious that they bring up the point of how safety and batteries and things like that. Yeah, there's some issues with batteries, but in the main problem, it tends to be user error, which means the person using the device tends to be the one that makes a mistake, and then it turns into a whole issue where people are talking about exploding batteries and this and that. But you always got to ask the questions of, what batteries were they using? Were they using the appropriate batteries? How were they building on it? How low were they building? Was it within the limits of the batteries? And it turns into this whole thing of, we got to ask 1.5 million questions just to get to the point of, the person that was using the device did not know what they were doing. They were not vaping safely, and they probably should have done a little bit more research before going into it. If you're using mechanical and unregulated, seriously, you have to learn Ohm's law. You got to understand all this stuff. Go to Battery Mooch's channel. Seriously, just drop everything. Go over there, do your research. Don't just jump into unregulated and mechanicals. I'm sorry, but it's not something that you could just pick up and you can get the hang of it as you go along. Do your research, actually learn what you're doing. I was scared of mechanical mods and unregulated for the longest time, and I did research and I learned about Mooch, and I started like watching like, you know, what he would post on ECF, because that's still a thing. You know, what he would say about batteries, what batteries were good for this, what batteries for that. Know what type of device you're going into, if it's regulated, unregulated. Because even regulated devices, yeah, they have safeties, they have all sorts of things. But even then, there's only so much that chip can do. Some of these have all the fail safes, but there's that one time that you're going to do that one stupid thing and it's going to throw things off. Seriously, it just turns into this giant hassle that you actually have to know what you're doing. I mean, okay, this is a Warlock's Guardian. Since it's Warlock's Wednesday, it's a Warlock's Guardian, which, you know, if you know anything about the Warlock mods, this is the DNA 275C or 250C, not 275. There's no such thing. The 250C. This one can shoot down to about like a 0.05, 0.08. Not recommended you go below a 0.1. Seriously, do not. It's one of those things of, it's like, especially with a regulated device, you do not need to build really low. There is no need for it, because you could move the wattage. You could bring it up, bring it down, and you could actually get a really good vape, a really warm vape at a very high ohmage. This right here is a Warlock's Hammer. This is an unregulated parallel mod. If you know anything about parallel mods, it's 2 batteries running parallel in the inside. And yes, those wraps are Darth Vader, but that's just because I'm a Star Wars nerd. But yeah, this is a regulated device, no chip, like other than a MOSFET, just so you don't like run this shit so low that it ends up auto firing on you and things like that. Other than that, it's just got a MOSFET. That is the only safety in there. This right here is a mech tube. Inside of it is literally just a battery and a button. Like, seriously, it's just a tube, battery, and the button. Which the button comes up. That contact makes contact with the bottom of the battery, and it just completes your circuit. And it's one of those things. Learn your devices, learn what you're doing, this and that. And battery safety to me is just very. It's a very simple concept if you take the time to learn what you're doing. Learn your battery wraps. Keep them under control. If you see a tear or something like that, just get a pack of battery wraps, especially like 18650 ones. You can get like 100 pack for really dirt cheap off of Amazon. And you could even get insulators for them for like $1. You get 1,000 of them. Like, seriously, the top insulator on a battery. The batteries already have one. You could use the same one. It's very, very fucking simple, people. When it comes to nicotine and children and this and that, first of all, if you're an adult with children in your home, especially little ones, like we're talking like 3 and under, ones that their verbal skills are very limited and their comprehension ain't the greatest, just be a responsible adult and not leave it in near them. It's one of those weird things of like, how can you not... I don't know. It's one of those things of like, if you're a parent and you have kids in your home and they're little and you know they run around and they get into shit, why the fuck would you leave something out? Like, in all reality, why would you leave something out? The older ones that actually can talk and can listen and this and that, actually have a talk to them about vaping. Like, you know, you don't have to like go in full depth, but at the same time, you at least got to give them, you know, this is for mommies and daddies talk kind of thing. You guys don't get into this. This isn't for you. You're not supposed to touch this. For the most part, if you've done your job right as a parent, they will listen to you and actually pay attention to that type of situation. I feel like this lecture, at least for the people watching, isn't necessary, but at the same time, this is going to stay on YouTube for God knows how long, and future generations can watch me rant. Be like, holy shit, he was a ranty motherfucker since back then. Alrighty, so it's one of those things. So, like I said on the description here, let me see if I can put this in chat. But this is the actual guidelines. It's a Let me see. How many pages long is this thing? About like 50 some odd pages. 55 pages. All right. So it's a 55 page paper. Take away 2 pages because that, well, let me see. Take away 3 pages because it's got the forward, the table of contents, and then it goes into the article. So it's about a 52 page thing. What's up, Tenacious TX Vapes? Dude, I took your advice on the whole redoing the banners thing. I redid mine, redid the Ohmies one. Looking a lot better, just saying. I appreciate the help, brother. Seriously. So if you guys want to look into that, let me see. I was going to put that in chat, actually. Let me see. Well, let me do it on here. There you go. There's the link for the whole situation. If you guys want to take a read through that and look at it and see what you guys feel about it. But at least they're finally doing something. But even then, we'll see how this goes. I'm still very skeptical on it, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's like this whole thing of we have to redo the bottles. It's one of those things of like, people already bitch about how restrictive bottles are. They seriously do. I just see that kind of turning people away from this, and who knows how the bottles companies will treat this. We'll see how that goes, that whole situation. And I don't know. It's a lot of frustration. It's a lot of just stupid. And even on CNN, they have like follow the continuation of this. You guys can read through that. It's a little bit longer of an explanation, but if you actually watch the whole that whole thing, they have a video on it, and it's about the cringiest thing ever. And I seriously started getting so pissy, and I was like, you know what, screw this shit. I cannot finish watching this video because I was getting just pissed. Oh man, it's about a kid who got into vaping and this and that. But here's my whole question. It's like the parents all like, yeah, we had to get our kid off of vaping and this and that. And yeah, I get it. Your kid got addicted to nicotine and this and that, and he made himself sick because he's a fucking dumbass and you didn't teach him properly. But where the hell were you before he fucking picked up a fucking Juul? Seriously, where were you before that? You want to care after the fact, after there's effects, after there's something going on, after whatever the fuck's going through your mind as a parent, you want to give a shit. But before that, where the hell were you? That's just where my mindset goes after that. Like, you want to be reactive but not proactive. Like, seriously, what the fuck? I have 2 little ones, and I've spoken to both of them about this stuff. They've asked me 1.5 million questions. I've tried answering them to the best of my abilities. And I do not shit around, because here's the thing. I really, like me, I started smoking out of curiosity, honestly. And I started at 13. My kid's 14 now, the older one. Oh, she turns 14 here in a month or so. And it's one of those things of like, what the fuck? Seriously, how can you not sit down and have a talk with your kid? You're a parent. It's not that difficult. You're around them constantly, especially if, like, my kids don't even live with me. They live with their mother. And I can still actually have talks with them like that. If you live with them, how can you not just sit down? If they don't want to listen to you, that's a whole different situation. But at least have a talk with them. Oh, man. I really think with the whole kid epidemic and this and that, that's where, like, I get really pissy because I am a parent, and to me it's a very, very simplistic thing of be a parent. I mean, it's like these parents that start getting behind like a keyboard and they start getting pissy about what their kids are watching on TV, on YouTube, on Netflix, and this and that. But at any point, do you actually pay attention to what your kids are doing instead of just letting them sit in front of a fucking screen? Like, seriously, my kids, they're on summer break right now, and while they're with me, we're actually forcing them to do things and go outside and shit like that. And trust me, for me, it's a pain in the ass because I'm tired and I'm beat from work and this and that. But you know what? It's worth it to me because it gets them out and it makes them do things. It makes them think. And we even keep the TV off the whole time. We make them do activities. Make them play board games. I don't fucking know. We just figure out things as we go along. We just play it by ear. But at the same time, we're actually being active with them, making time with them. I know, like, if they live with you, it's a lot more difficult because you're constantly in each other's faces. I get that because I did do that for a very brief time period. But even take like an hour out of the day or like 30 minutes. I don't know. Whatever you can make work for your schedule, take a little bit of time and make time for your kids and actually spend time with them. Get to know them a little bit. You don't have to be their best friend because honestly, I'm not a believer in that. They're my kids. I'm not here to be their friend. I'm here to be their parent. But at the same time, I'm here to guide them. That's my job as a parent, as a dad. I'm here to just at least give them a piece of advice based on my life experiences. And that's at least how everybody should look at it. In my personal opinion, I mean, seriously, there's a lot of things my parents tried shielding me from and protecting me from. And you know what? I went and explored them on my own because nobody talked to me about this shit, you know? So it got me in trouble or got me in this and that. It's just been it made my life a little bit more of a pain just because nobody gave me any guidance. And my parents, for the most part, tried the best that they could with what they had. And I appreciate them for it. But on some points, I feel like they actually could have just taken a second to talk about things that were maybe taboo to them and just suck it up and actually talk to me about it. Because it's one of those things like, here soon, I need to have the talk with my boy. You know, the birds and the bees and all that type of shit, because he's getting to that age. He turns 10 at the end of this year. And I know he's already going through that weird mindset. Puberty is coming, and it's coming hard with that kid. And I could see it because the dude has like his weird like mood swings and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out. Seriously. Like, I've even told him that, bro, chill the fuck out. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? I really feel like I'm just ranting and raving and getting all pissy, but that's just how I feel. Let me see. I did have this article from Soupwire. It's called How to Have the Teen Vaping Talk with Your Kids. And I think that just kind of my ranting kind of leads into that. And I want to see what their advice on this whole situation is. Because I really feel that, you know, one of those things of what like there's like some parents like I said are not equipped to talk to their children or this or that, maybe because they themselves are still not to that point to where they feel that they're comfortable enough to talk. So I want to see what Soupwire gives for advice. Let me see. When it's time for the teen vaping talk, which is fucking hilarious that we even got to do this nowadays, but parents should have their teenagers curious about vaping. The biggest piece of advice is don't procrastinate. Center for Disease Control Prevention recently reported continuing spike in teen vaping and trend over the past half decade. The rate is staggering. About 38% of high school students and 13% of middle school students experienced e-cigarettes during 2017 and 2018, which in all reality, yeah, they did. Those numbers are pretty fucking close to accurate, but how many of them are actually vaping? That's like the thing. They don't want to differentiate, like when it comes to like getting on the whole epidemic talk, they don't want to differentiate between who does it habitually and who actually does it, who just tried it one time, thought it was not for them, and just moved on with their lives. It's kind of like certain other things like the Mary Jane talk. Seriously, if you actually ask around, how many people have actually gone and smoked? Okay, then you go into the further part of how many of you are still doing it habitually, and nobody wants to bring up that point of who still continues, what percentage is still doing it. It's versus how many have tried it versus how many are still doing it. There's a huge number difference right there. So it just gets a little annoying. Let's see. Mike says, I had something happen. I had my 2-year-old grab my mod. I bought a wall shelf on that night and put all my shit out of his reach. Sorry I missed a bit of this week, but I've been on a cruise. Dude, you've been on a cruise? That's awesome. Hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully the smokers didn't give you shit. And yeah, hopefully that went really, really well. I'm doing good. I'm getting ranty over here, but I'm doing good. Let me see. In the interview with BellinghamHerald.com, Megan Lever, prevention intervention specialist for SOAM Washington High School, pointed to social media as a major contributor for the rise in teen vaping. Again, here's the thing. Age restriction accounts are a thing. If you are a parent that doesn't believe your kid actually can control themselves and actually comport themselves in social media and this and that, you can do that. Secondly, if your kid is under like 16, you still control their lives as long as they live. Like, it's one of those bullshit things, but yeah, I'm gonna say it because my parents, I mean, shit, I'm about to turn 33 this year, and my mother still tells me to this day, I gave birth to you, motherfucker, I'll take you out if I have to. And it's one of those things of, you as a parent are their number one control. You're the number one safety. It's like mech mods. You're the safety on it, if you really want to look at it in those terms. Sorry. When it comes to like kids and all that kind of shit, I have my ideologies, and at times I think I'm maybe a little too harsh, but at the same time, fuck it. That's just who I am. All right, so this person, after blaming social media for being the contributor, says, I hate to pick on something to blame because there are a lot of factors, but I think social media had a huge influence. Lever said, I've had kids just say that because it's cool. It's all over social media. I follow these people on Instagram and they do these cool vape tricks. And here's the thing. Just like anything on the internet, you're not going to find it unless you go looking for it. In all reality, it's not like this shit gets shoved in your face. Not like this shit actually gets pushed on you. And I think I said this during Ken's live a couple weeks back when he was doing one of those ones that he does in the middle of the night. But I feel like teen vaping has only gone up since this whole Orange Initiative bullshit has been pushing it hard and been trying to like prevent. But it just feels like they're actually bringing more light to it than actually preventing it in all reality. Because here's the thing, you bring up people's curiosity and things, they're going to look it up more, they're going to be wanting to experiment, they're going to be wanting to try it out, and it just turns into this whole cycle of, the more you make people aware of it, the more it tends to just have more emphasis and more and more and more. I mean, there are certain companies out there of e-liquid that have actually done things that we do not agree with as a whole in the industry, and you know, certain people went after them and they turned it into a whole thing. And you know what, it actually brought more attention to them. It just became free publicity. It turned into, well, oh, there's this company, I must try it. I mean, seriously, that's really what it turns into. It's just free advertising. The more we bring attention to shit, the more we are advertising it. We're not actually scaring people into it. Again, DARE was a program that failed enormously. At least in my opinion, I think it did not do well. And how many of us experimented after we found out all the shit we did on DARE? Honestly, seriously, I think most of us are in that age group that actually had to do that in elementary school. And they seriously like showed us some of the weirdest shit that just did not actually make it sound unappealing. In all reality, it did not make it sound unappealing. And it just makes no sense to me. Let's try this stupid beer again. I'm still feeling iffy about it. There's just something about it I'm not liking. I don't know what it is, but like for some reason it reminds me of tuna. There are legitimate concerns among Lever peers that social media and other influencers will fuel the steady increase this year and beyond. As a parent, that should be concerning, Talk to your children. Do not procrastinate. Engage in team vaping talk. Lever offered some suggestions regarding parents' problem to learn how street smart their children really are, she advised. Yeah, that's for sure. I know about like at least 3 of you guys on here have kids. And I bet you've seen your kids grow up and you've seen how actually ridiculously smart they can be. One of the funnier stories I like to remember of my daughter is when she was like 2 or 3. She had been messing with me all day, and she was getting a little bit on my nerves, and I thought it'd be funny just to like fart in her face. I seriously walked up to her. I was like, "Hey, kiddo," and I just like farted right in her face. Then a couple hours later, she comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, I got a secret for you." And I'm like sitting on the bed, and she's standing on the bed. And she comes up there, "I have a secret for you." I was like, "What?" She turns around, farts right back in my face. And I was like, I can't even get mad at that right now. Like, seriously, it was one of those things of like, I just like, this kid is fucking smart. She knows what she's doing. Like, she completely understood what I did to her, and she gave it back to me even better. And to me, it was one of those weird things of like seriously, how smart can a kid be to like fuck with you that hard and just do it so innocently? And I feel like everybody has that one story of like where they see how smart their kid could actually be and the potential they have. Now, at that point, whether they're willing to push that potential, it's a whole different thing. I mean, my son, he's a very bright kid. He's actually very smart, but he's so fucking lazy that he doesn't care and doesn't even want to try. And I'm like, dude, you can do better. You always can. Let me see. Where was I? Let me see. Okay, so here it is. My suggestion is always ask them what they know and to be really open to the fact that they might know more than you. There you go. I mean, was it midway through last school year? I actually asked my daughter if she had seen any kids vaping at all in school, because she knows what vaping is. She's seen my devices and this and that. So I asked her, I was like, have you seen anybody vape in school? And she was all like, no. I'm like, okay, cool. And then a couple of weeks later, or like a month or so later, she was all like, I saw some kids with a Juul at school. They were in the bathroom vaping. I was like, okay, did you try it? And she's like, no. Like, you could see the panic in her face of like, I wouldn't go near that. And even if she lied to me in that moment, it's one of those things of at least I'm having that conversation. I'm trying here, not just fucking letting things happen. And she has a shit poker face. She is like the worst liar. I wish Clownette was still here so she could like seriously go off about how crappy she is at the poker face. And so it's one of those things of like, you have to just have these conversations and try. At least give a shit. They're your kids. They're your responsibility. My philosophy has always been, I'm going to try my best to raise them the way I see fit, so they become well-adjusted, not even well-adjusted, just members of society in reality. Like, to me, as long as they're not like fucked up on something, they're not in and out of jail, and they're not constantly in fear of somebody fucking their shit up because they start shit with people, I don't care what they do with their lives. Like, I've even told them, I just want a high school diploma at this point. If you want to go to college and do something with that, fine. I will support you. If you don't, fine. I will support you, but you get a fucking job at that point. That's just how like my mentality works and how I view things. So, alrighty, guys. We're gonna call it here. I've ranted enough. I appreciate everybody that's stuck through this whole episode of me just going on and on and on. And go check out clownvapes.com. We have coils, we have juice, we got all the like hardware and other things. What's it called? Vaping with the Ohmies on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time over at the Vaping with the Ohmies channel. I think I do have a link down below, and if I haven't added it yet, I am so sorry. I apologize. I will try to remember to at least do it for the video, and I'll start adding it to the live stuff and future videos and all that kind of thing. Wolf Bite Saturdays. Hello, Addy Tooney. What's up, brother? How you doing? What was I in the middle of? Wolf Bite. Go check us out. We're on Vape Radio at noon and on Saturdays, 9 on Sundays, and then replays on SoundCloud if Mr. Wolfbite actually gets his ass and starts posting them, because as far as I know, he's behind by like 10 episodes or some shit like that. And then I am reposting videos and things like that here on my channel. Then what else? Oh yeah, I do have a Patreon, and on there with the people I do have, if you guys want to join in on this kind of thing, and I mean this falls for any tier. I am doing a DIY along. Basically, what it boils down to is you get to pick out a flavor profile of something that you always wanted to try. I will work out trying to get a recipe together. You get to name the juice, and then you get a bottle and I get a bottle, and I will do a video along with Let's Talk DIY that will do like a first try and all that kind of situation, or at least like an opinion of what I got out of the juice. Alrighty, so there's that. Seriously, all the links that Addy is dropping right now, go follow him. Do your bit, do your part. Go join CASA. Go hit up your elected officials, because seriously, that's the route we have to take, and that's what we got to do. So I think that's all the promoting stuff I have. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Go check out PoonSauce on What's in the News PoonSauce later today at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on his channel. And hopefully that goes over really well. And if Lethal Coils is still live, because he went live at the same time I did, if he is still live, go over there and check him out. Dude's awesome. And I really I'm kind of sad I got to miss it, because I really was like, fuck, he's going on at the same time I am. Well, I get to miss it. I didn't even care that he was going on at the same time I was. I was just more like, I could have watched. Alrighty, so thank you everybody. I appreciate you joining me. And yeah, as always, I'm just trying to prep all my shit over here. As always, vape on, mix on. Seriously, thank you guys.